Repetition: My Eating Habits for a Week in College by Cliff Springer. From August 27th through September 7th, I went through my day as normal, going to class, going to work, studying in the library, and hanging out with friends. One thing was different. At every meal throughout the week and a half, I logged what I ate and drank, and took pictures of them. Join me as I go through this adventure through time.
The cafeteria, more commonly known as the caf, is such a wonderful place to eat. You walk in the door and smell the aroma of all different foods. A lady at the register right inside the door gladly takes my card and swipes it. One meal down, many more to go for the week. I usually make my rounds throughout the caf, passing by the stir-fry station, Mexican station, dessert area, hamburger joint, American station, pizza bar, and sandwich bar. I see all this delicious food with such a variety to choose from. I see all this food in front of me and feel I have a quota to fill, because I paid all this money and need to make it worth my while. The American and Mexican stations rotate through different entrees. One day the American station might be meatloaf or pork tenderloin, and the next be chicken cordon bleu or Monterey chicken. There are usually 3 to 4 sides that accompany the main entree at each meal. The Mexican station will switch from fajitas to nachos to gyros, which aren't even Mexican, so I don't know if I should keep calling it a Mexican station. Anyway, that's besides the point. The sandwich bar has a variety of breads, meats, cheeses, and salads, such as tuna or chicken. The pizza bar always has the most common pepperoni and cheese pizzas, as well as rotating through calzones, beef, and Canadian bacon pizzas. The one I didn't mention is the salad bar, because I do not visit it very often. It's just too healthy for me. No, not really. I just am not much of a salad person. I have to really be in a mood for a salad to get one. One thing I learned my first couple of days eating in the cafeteria is that you have to be creative and put things together. Many times when I've had mashed potatoes, which are just mashed potatoes, I'll go to the salad bar to put cheese and bacon bits on them, then in the Mexican bar to put a dollop of sour cream on them, and last but not least, butter from the American station where they have rolls. They have chicken sandwiches occasionally, and I quote chicken because they are those breaded frozen patties that you can buy from the frozen section in the store. Whenever they have baked or barbecue chicken, I take the chance to grab a bun from the hamburger joint and slap a piece of chicken between the two halves of the bun, and voila, you have a chicken sandwich that at least doesn't taste like it was previously frozen. I do not go to the cafe every day, or else I would get sick of it, as you can imagine. An alternative to the cafeteria is this other slice of heaven, called the Student Center, where they have Pizza Hut, Chick-fil-A, Grillworks, Quiznos, and Sushi Bar. It's like a fast food restaurant on steroids. The only thing I go there to eat is to go to Chick-fil-A to get a number one combo, a chicken sandwich, no pickle, waffle fries, and a Dr. Pepper. I never feel like getting pizza at Pizza Hut in the Student Center due to the fact that I am never in the mood for pizza when I go there, since I eat so much pizza in the cafeteria. I asked my granddad what he would drink as a kid, and he said milk. That was the only thing I wanted of the choices that we were given. I guess I get my love for milk from him, as I noticed that he still loves a good cold glass of milk. Kids these days have a lot more choices than they did back when. I find that I only get 3 types of drinks, whether it be Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, or milk, for breakfast, of course, though I have so many more choices that I don't use. Don't worry, I do drink water throughout the day, during classes, especially on days when I go to the Hyper. Speaking of the Hyper, I'll be going there quite a bit considering it is included in my tuition, and I found throughout my research that I ate at least 1 piece of pizza every day that I was at the cafeteria. That can't be good for you, so in order to not gain the freshman 15, I feel the need to exercise a lot. I also find myself eating quite a bit more than if I were to get something at McDonald's, Burger King, or even at home. I don't know which is a better trade-off. Eating healthier food, but more of it, or less healthy food and less of it, with the assumption that cafeteria food is more healthy than fast food restaurants. When I'm not in school, I tend to eat out nonstop, which is different than, I wouldn't say a lot, but we did some, said my mother when asked, did your family eat out a lot when you were kids? Even if the cafeteria is slightly healthier, I have a tendency to eat really fast, which gives me the ability to eat more, because by the time I recognize that I'm full, I've eaten maybe twice the amount that I would have if I was eating slow. So when I order something where the amount is limited, I only eat that portion. I don't order anything other than what I just ate. Through my week and a half journaling of what I ate and drank made me realize that I eat breakfast now that I am in college. But it is not only when I have been at school, but also at my grandparents' house. As I looked back on my week and a half, I noticed that none of those meals that I ate for breakfast were cooked or prepared by me. All during high school, I never would eat breakfast, since I valued sleep over eating at that time. But now that I have time between early classes, I get the chance to eat. One perk is that I don't have to make it. Throughout the summer, if I woke up early and was just sitting around the house, I wouldn't eat until lunch. And for lunch, I would fix something very easy, something that didn't take long to make. Point made, I'm very lazy. How lazy can you be not to eat breakfast because it's not already made for you? That's bad. There's one good and one bad thing about college for me. On a physical health aspect, I am eating breakfast, which boosts my metabolism. But at the same time, I'm allowing myself to be lazy, which also is a physical health aspect, but a negative one. As I was talking to my dad about eating breakfast, he was talking about how he and his siblings would eat breakfast before school as a family. My family did not do such a thing unless it was someone's birthday when we might eat together. Throughout the week, I noticed that I didn't really care for what I ate. I would continually repeat the things I ate, as I am an indecisive person, so I couldn't choose anything else. The things that influenced what I ate were, for the most part, not based on what sounded good. I found myself asking, while eating something, why did I even get this? This doesn't sound good and it's not good. This attitude resulted in quite a bit of wasted food. It's interesting that there was a kid in the cafeteria who was collecting the wasted food and found that on average, people that ate in the cafeteria wasted 154 pounds of food daily. I recognized how much food I was wasting, as I found myself trying to avoid the guy as I put my plates on the dishwashing trays, not wanting to get caught by him, for he would see what I was wasting. The other things that influenced my choices on food were the amount of time I had to eat, and where I was on campus, and where on campus I was going. The times that I went to the student center and had Chick-fil-A were times when I was going to my brother's house off Barrington or leaving town for the weekend wanting a quick and easy food source, as the lines of the cafeteria were out the door on occasion. Throughout the week of journaling my eating habits, I found that I am lazy, impatient, wasteful, and not healthy. I don't say that to be negative, but to share what looking at a week of your eating habits can show you, those being few of the many things that may result in your findings. I encourage you to try jotting down what you eat throughout a week and see what results.